How's it going, guys? Shay here, on Even Bounce. Hope you're well. Want to do a video on Mr. Kagiso Rabada and his ban, unfortunate ban, from the Wanderers test, the fourth test and final test in the series between South Africa and England, which starts on the 24th, which is Friday, I believe. So anyway, once to get into that, I know it's a few days ago now. Today's Monday, the 20th of January, so it's a few days ago now, I know, but I just want to address that one. So, I mean, I saw the article in The Cricketer by Sam Morshed, really good article actually, and it was explaining about the rules of cricket, and it's a little bit of a grey area as what was being hinted at in the article. Well, what not really hinted at, was actually quite clearly demonstrated, which obviously there's less of a frustration, people coming out, like Nasser was saying, quite strong in his opinions against the ban. I just want to give you my take basically. So, I mean, personally for me, I am disappointed. I'm slightly disappointed with Rabada, obviously, because obviously what's happened over the last 24 months, his altercations with Darwan Smith, I think someone else as well, was led to obviously, his fourth demerit point, I believe, in the 24-month period. So there's 4 separate instances that's happened. But anyway, it's unfortunate. Obviously, he knew that the situation was hanging over his head. It was due to expire in March of this year, so obviously a couple of months away, but he's unfortunately violated that, and he's now been given the ban. Now, there's obviously 2 things behind this. Now, in terms of obviously my opinion personally on this, and also the ramifications for South Africa and this final test, which obviously is very important now because England have now taken a 2-1 series lead. Now, truth be told, I think it's harsh. It's disappointing, really, that I see I've come down on him this way. I mean, I understand what he's done. He's gone the personal territory of Joe Root in his celebration, but he's not made eye contact with him. He's not been aggressive to him. He hasn't given obviously literally a send off, a physical send off. So I think without the hand gesturing, etc., he's just simply celebrated in his area where Joe Root was, and I get how it could be interpreted to be kind of deemed crossing the line with the celebration, but I don't really think it was. I mean, you got to remember, this is a guy, obviously, how hot was it there? Well, probably 25, 28 degrees. He's a fast bowler. He's busting his nut to get, obviously, the captain and gun player out. What's one on the series, they're playing at home. The whole team is under a lot of pressure. He knows, obviously, Philander is leaving in a couple of months. So a couple of tests. And the reality is that he will be the lead strike bowler going forward. He wants to lead from the front. He's obviously desperate for South Africa to do well, and he wants to lead by example. So he obviously playing with a lot of passion. He always plays with a lot of passion. Even obviously that hit, which has led to the situation. But to side from this way, because my worry is here, so this is what's led to the celebration, the outburst, the pouring out of emotion, which is what happened after getting Root out. It's a massive wicket, it's a massive moment in the game. At that point, South Africa are on top. So, it's a big moment in the match for the team and for Rabada. So he obviously just, I guess, got a little bit carried away with himself, you could say. Okay, I can deal with that, but to then see banned for a test match, it's disappointing. Now, maybe Faf and Bouch need to, kind of wrap, their arm around his shoulder, whatever works. They obviously know him very well. They need to know what's going to work best to kind of get him to stay on the right side of the line. That being said, from all, general world cricket perspective, we don't want the ICC kind of watering down the game. We want to see that emotion, that passion. I'm not saying a throwback to 30 years ago with, really kind of personal remarks that were made. I mean, I think about Ramner Sarwan and Glenn McGrath, which was just horrific and just never been said. I think about things like Robert Croft and Mark Isler having literally a fight on the field. I think about Merv Hughes, some of his taunts, Pat Simcox, some of the things that he said. Apparently I should say, with Pat Simcox and Sri Lankans. But And there's various other players I can mention as well, but I won't say too much. But yeah, there are also obviously instances of a lot more kind of aggressive words being used towards batsmen and bowls as well, to be fair. But we don't want to throw back to those days. But at the same time, you don't want a situation where a bowler is always constantly feeling that he can't be fully kind of expressing himself. You know, when he gets a wicket, especially a wicket of that nature, like I said, it's not like he got out. You know, England setting up a declaration, and you're getting out the number 11 batsman, and it doesn't really matter. Like, you know, 522 for 9. You know, it's not that situation. This, you know, is an important moment in the match. So, I think personally that this is said harsh, disappointed. I do think you maybe could have had like a final warning, if you will, like, you know, the footballer has a yellow card, he's on a yellow card, and then does something that's borderline really yellow card, and it's given like one final warning from the ref, something like that post game, or even mid, you know, during the game. Match referee could have spoke to him and said, listen, you're very close there to getting another demerit point, and obviously you know what the ramifications of that are. But just no, end of the day, sorry mate, 1 point, you banned for Newlands. Banned from the Wanderers. Now, we go into Wanderers, because segue into that. So obviously now South Africa are without their strike bowler for that test. They need him more than ever now, because obviously they need to win the test to draw the series. Obviously that's Rabada's home ground, knows it very well. The Wanderers wicket, as we know, is generally a fast-paced, aggressive, bouncy pitch. So almost always produces a result, provided we have 5 days. And you check the forecast of Joburg, but if it is at least 4.5 days, then we should be fine for a result. Now, Rabada is someone who would I imagine done very well there. Now, obviously, South Africa are going to be deprived of that, so that's always going to have a knock-on effect, because you don't want to be losing the series after what's happened in the past 12 months. We just had a new kind of wave of administration coming in, Graham Smith, Jack Callis, Mark Boucher. You know, they really wanted to win this series. It's important, I think, to move on. They also under the cosh a little bit with the whole Temba Bavuma story in the background. That's obviously going to get itself solved now. Obviously, Temba's helped himself a lot by getting the Daddy 100 against Dolphins last week. But with that being said, they wanted to kind of just get this win to kind of show that they're moving in the right direction. It looks like that's not going to happen, potentially. I think it all depends on England's team, because I think I would back England's batting at the moment compared to South Africa's. But, you know, I just think now with the bowling as well now, you can have Philander in there, you can have Dane Patterson in there. I imagine because they've called up, they've recalled Pep Guayo, Pretorius back in the squad. I think Bjorn Hendricks is definitely in the squad, and Keegan Peterson is back in the squad as well. So they'll probably go Bjorn Hendricks, I imagine, for this test. Hendricks, Patterson, Philander. Unless they drop Patterson, bring Pretorius back, I'm not sure. As we know, it's Pretorius' home ground. Anyway, I'm going on here. I'll talk about this in the my preview to the fourth test. I'll obviously try and do it before Friday, so of course. So anyway, just very disappointing. I think it's harsh. I hope that Rabada learns from this. I mean, he's not even 25 years old yet. He's still a young man. He's played a lot of cricket, but he's still a young guy. So let's see how it goes. I am hopeful that he'll kind of, this won't happen again. But I don't want him to lose.
I can't connect to your Wi-Fi network. You can find setup instructions in the help section of your Alexa app.
So yeah, I obviously now we want to see. We don't want to see cut. So I believe now that Rabada will obviously have learned his lesson. I don't think this will happen again. I think he'll be confident in not crossing the line, and I think that he'll be mature enough to deal with what's happened and learn from it. He's only a young guy. He's only 24 years old still. He's 25, I think, in April or something like that. March, April. So he's still young. I know he's played a lot of cricket, but he's still a young guy. He's still learning. But I think with the extra responsibility on his shoulders when Vern retires in a week's time, pretty much, I think we'll see, a kind of a more mature Rabada coming through. So yeah, guys, I'll leave it at that. If you like the video, please do like it. Comment, please do comment. I always say it, but I really appreciate some comments, so we can kind of get a bit of a debate going. That'd be great. And yeah, most of all, subscribe. All right, I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.